Welcome to Read Along Kids!
Hey there, Read Along Kids. Welcome back to another great adventure. Before we begin, I want to remind everyone to subscribe so you never miss another one of our amazing adventures. Today's story is called First Day of School by Mercer Mayer. Today is the first day of school. I get up early. I wonder what I should wear. I look through all of my favorite clothes. Oh, I have new school clothes. I get dressed. I have pencils and notepaper. I have a new backpack to carry everything. I am ready for my first day of school. But first, I must eat. Mom makes my favorite breakfast. Pancakes, syrup, and one gooey egg. Yummy! After I eat, I brush my teeth. Now I am ready to catch the bus. I wait and I wait. Maybe the bus left without me. No, says Mom. There it is. You're right on time. I have a new classroom. I have a new desk. Now it is time to get to work. First we do addition. Miss Kitty calls on me. 5. I got that one. Mom helped me with my math. It is time for lunch. We walk to the cafeteria. I have a special lunch that Mom made just for me. I hope Mom put a surprise in my lunch. Boy, am I surprised. We play at recess. First I swing, then I crawl. I climb the monkey bars. We play tag. No one can catch me. The bell rings to go inside. And I was winning too. We build famous buildings. I make the Empire State Building. Oops, I just knocked down the Eiffel Tower. Sorry. In art class, Miss Kitty asks us to draw a picture of something we did over the summer break. I draw a picture of Dad and me in a sailboat. The bell rings. Time to go already. That was a fun first day of school. I can't wait for tomorrow. Hey there, Read Along Kids. Welcome back to another great adventure. Today's story is called Albert Starts School, a mouse math book, written by Eleanor May, illustrated by Deborah Melman. On Sunday, Albert could not wait to go to bed. Tomorrow was his very first day of school. Does school really have paw painting? He asked his sister Wanda. Is there really a piano we can play? Are you sure my teacher will let me feed the class pet? Wanda smiled. Yes, yes, and yes. On Monday, Wanda dropped off Albert at his classroom. Hi, Albert, said his teacher, Mrs. Munch. Welcome to school. Albert, Mrs. Munch said a few minutes later. What are you doing? I'm getting out the paw paints, Albert said. Today is Monday, Mrs. Munch said. Tuesday is our art day. We will paint tomorrow. Oh, Albert said. At home I can paint any time I want. His teacher put a paw around his shoulder. Yes, but this is school. On the way home, Wanda asked Albert, "How is your first day of school?" I didn't get to paint today, he said. What did you do? Wanda asked. We had story time at the library with puppets, Albert said. Wanda smiled. That sounds like fun. It was fun, Albert said, but I still want to paint. The next day was Tuesday. Art day, Mrs. Munch announced. After painting, Albert went over to the fishbowl. Minnie looks hungry, he said. I'll give her some food. Albert, no! Melody cried. Tuesday is my day to feed the fish. Tomorrow is your turn. I got to paint today, Albert told Wanda after school, but I didn't get to feed our class pet. At home, I get to feed my pet every day. Wanda said, school isn't the same as home, but it's fun too. The next day was Wednesday. Albert beamed. My turn to feed the fish. Albert fed Minnie. Then he went to the piano. Albert, Mrs. Munch said, what are you doing? Playing the piano, Albert said. Today is music day. Mrs. Munch said, but it's nap time now. At home, I only nap when I feel tired, Albert said. Mrs. Munch sighed. I know, Albert said. This is school. Thursday was gym day. Albert's class played cat attack and flying cheese. When the teacher came to pick them up, Albert said, do we have to go so soon at home? Mrs. Munch crossed her paws. Yes, Albert. Albert smiled. At home, we never get to play these games. On Friday, Mrs. Munch had a surprise. We have a new student, she told the class. This is Frankie. Who would like to show Frankie around? Albert's paws shot up. Albert showed Frankie the fishbowl. This is Minnie, Albert said. She's our class pet. Can I feed her? Frankie asked. You'll get a turn next week, Albert explained. Today is Friday, so it's Rachel's turn. Charlie fed her yesterday, and my turn was the day before. We do something special every day, Albert said. Monday is library, Tuesday is art, Wednesday is music, Thursday is gym, and today we make our own class snack. Sometimes I help make snack at home, Frankie said. Me too, Albert said, but this is different. This is school. There's a new mouse in our class, Albert told Wanda after school. Tomorrow I'm going to play with him at recess. But Albert, tomorrow's Saturday, Wanda said. On Saturday, there isn't any school. No school? Albert's face fell. At home, you could do anything you like, Wanda reminded him. You can read or rest or paint or play anytime. Albert perked up. That's right, I can. And you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to play school. Hey there, read-along kids. Welcome back to another great adventure. Today's story is called The Night Before Kindergarten by Natasha Wing. 'Twas the night before kindergarten, and as they prepared, kids were excited and a little bit scared. They tossed and they turned about in their beds, while visions of school supplies danced in their heads. Erasers and crayons and pencils galore were stuffed in their backpacks and set by the door. Outfits were hung in the closets with care, knowing that kindergarten soon would be there. In the morning it came. School starts today. Would the teacher be nice? Would they still get to play? Faces were washed and teeth were brushed white. Kids posed for pictures with eyes sparkling bright. Parents packed snacks and kids hopped in cars as if they were boarding a spaceship to Mars. Some kids brought blankets or their favorite stuffed bear in hopes they could nap like they did in daycare. Their parents exclaimed, "You're big kids, wow! Let us hold your bears and blankies for now." The parents were worried their children would cry if they left them at school with just a goodbye. So they told their darlings, "If you want, we can stay and make sure that everything will be A-okay." The teacher then greeted each one with a smile and invited the students to stay for a while. The room was all filled with toys, books, and maps. But where were the beds for mid-morning naps? They colored and painted and played Simon Says, then tumbled and skipped and stood on their heads. They sang silly songs from beginning to end. Within just a minute, each kid had a friend. The children were happy. They loved Miss Sunrise. It was she who was in for a giant surprise. When what to her wondering eyes should appear but sad moms and dads who were holding back tears. Their noses so sniffy, their eyes red and wet. This was the saddest goodbye Miss Sunrise had seen yet. She gathered the grown-ups on the magical rug, then sent them away after one final hug. The children all waved from the door of the school. "Don't cry, Mom and Dad. Kindergarten is cool." Hey there, read-along kids. Welcome back to another great adventure. Today's story is called The Pigeon Has to Go to School. Words and pictures by Mo Willems. Come on. Wait, don't read that title. The pigeon has to go to school. Too late, rats. Why do I have to go to school? I already know everything. Go on, ask me a question. Any question. Well, I know almost everything. Does school start in the morning? Because you know what I'm like in the morning. It is not pretty. I wish I was a little chick again. A little itty bitty not going to school baby wavy pigeon. What if I don't like school? What if I really don't like it? What if I really don't like it? What if... What if the teacher doesn't like pigeons? And the stuff? What about all the stuff? There is so much stuff to learn. What if I learn too much? My head might pop off. Scared. What will happen at school? What will the other birds think of me? What's up with those heavy backpacks? I'm a fragile bird. Will finger paint stick to my feathers? The unknown stresses me out, dude. There should be a place to practice those things. With experts to help you, and books, and classrooms, and other birds to work and play with. Maybe a playground. Oh, that is school. Well, how am I supposed to get there anyway? What? Step aside. coming through. The pigeon has to go to school. The end. Thanks for listening, Read Along Kids. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more great read-along fun. Until next time, bye-bye.